Hi, I'm Belinda Fenty.
And I'm Pauline Nakiria.
Welcome to Let's React podcast, the show where we dive into the world of entertainment.
Yeah, we'll share our experiences, the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Join us every week as we bring you stories, industry insights, and captivating conversations.
Let's React podcast, where the spotlight shines on our stories and the magic of Black British talent.
Hello and welcome back to Let's React. We've got a really special guest for you here today. I'm so excited.
Yes, we have the wonderful and beautiful, lovely Oyinka Yusuff joining us today.
Oh, thank you. Pleasure and honour to be here. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes.
It's so amazing to me because I feel like I know you.
Yes,
but
yes.
we have finally kind of met a few times. But
we have bumped into each other. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was when I was looking at doing Industry Hollywood, which is a trip where you get to go and scope out the industry, that we were somehow connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you went on the year before me or the course before me.
Yeah.
Kyla and Sam or Kyla.
Yeah, I was with Kyla, exactly.
So I think I went on the next one with like Adele and Matthew. Yeah.
So then I've been following you and seeing you doing amazing things.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And
I remember being so fascinated by you. It's all coming. Honestly, I haven't pre-planned all these things, by the way. I had a little question and I was like, I'll improvise.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a planner.
It's all coming back, and I remember following you because I was like, oh, she did the Industry Hollywood before me. I was like, God, is she a doctor? What?
Oh my God.
An actor?
Right?
I feel like we've not even debriefed this, but I just thought I have to just talk on that. Mad to me, like that's crazy. So
yeah, she's so used to it when she drops that bomb, I'm a doctor, and you're like, what?
Fam, that's not normal.
That's not like
yeah. At least you can do your acting in peace now because you've done your bit.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's so funny.
She's like, oh, Mum, my friend, she's an actor, but she's also a doctor. Oh, why didn't you become a doctor?
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, ditto. I've just always been fascinated as well, following your path and seeing your face everywhere as well. And yeah, I don't know. I just think I'm very much fangirling here. But you've just got one of those radiant, love projecting auras. Yes. So it's like I've always just been like, oh, wow. Oh, what's she doing now? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's incredible.
It is.
Seriously, it's not common actually that you just encounter people who just seem to radiate like love and just like good vibes. Yeah. So that's why I'm happy.
I've worked hard on myself.
That's good. And you should be proud. You should be proud of it, you know.
Thank you. I think I'm naturally a happy person, if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
And I'm naturally like quite loving, maybe a bit too much sometimes. But if I love you, I'm riding for you. Like I've got your back, and I will support, and I will go above and beyond. So, yeah, pros and cons. But yeah, I think that's me. I'm learning.
Yeah,
that's
gorgeous. Good. I'm learning all about myself.
Self-discovery.
How did your journey start, especially like into this industry?
Yes, so
and it can go all the way back, by the way.
I don't want to bore you guys. No, it goes.
You won't. I'm interested.
Yeah, it goes way back. I mean, like I'm 33 now, so I was going to like stage school when I was in year 7, year 8. How old are you in year 7, year 8? 11, 12? So I was always going to stage school on the weekends. And I was doing tap, modern, ballet, jazz, drama. And then I did that for about 2 years every Saturday. I went to the Wen stage school in Essex, you wouldn't know, and another stage school called Make Believe. And then I went to Identity Drama School. Yeah, Femi was teaching them times, like cash in hand days. Do you get it? And I think that's where it all started, because the slogan then, if I'm allowed to say, was the UK's first black drama school.
Yes,
I was
yeah.
coming from Make Believe
Oh.
and The When, and I was the only 122 black girl. You get it? So
Oh,
it
nice.
turned it on its head for me. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
there's other black people that want to perform and create. And remember, we didn't really have social media and that, so you can only see what you see.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the film?
Yeah.
And I think,
Totally.
yeah, that's all
Yeah,
you, do you know what I mean?
exactly.
I can
No, you're
only
completely right.
go,
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
being in
it's
that
true.
environment was great. And I did love my stage school days, but around them times I was more physically developed than the other. Because I imagine you're being a black girl, you've got your breast and your bum, and there's all these like white skinny girls, and you stand out like a sore thumb. So
Yes.
being at identity, I feel like narrowed it down. I was like, I don't think I really want to sing or really want to dance. I like this acting thing, and that's where I think the foundation grew.
Shout out to
Um,
Femi. Femi
yeah,
Egan.
yeah, yeah. It's all full
Nice.
circle. We'll come back to it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Did
That's
I
nice.
answer your
amazing.
question?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. And what is it? Why is acting the one for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I just
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. I just feel so like free. I don't
Beautiful.
know. There's a freedom within it, and there's an exploration within it. Like, and I'm learning as well. I'm nosy. I can ask questions. People tell me all the time, and I'm like, well, isn't that normal? Don't you care? If someone tells me a story, I'm like, let's go back. What's the backstory?
Yeah.
So I'm learning that I like to learn and understand. I watch documentaries about mad things like how to live long and animals and culture, and so there's definitely something about me that I like to understand and I like to learn, and I think that connects back to the acting. Why is that person like that? How come she
Nice.
does? How come he does that? So yeah, learning
Yeah.
about people, being nosy, and a freedom. Yeah, I think that's it.
Totally identify with that.
Yeah.
Particularly the freedom resonates massively with me. That feeling
Mm,
of just connecting to someone in the moment, being
yes.
like fully expressive, like
Yes.
anything can happen. Oh, yeah, it's
I
bliss.
remember like one session at Identity after the lesson, he said something like, thank you for allowing yourself to be free, or thank you for allowing yourself to be childlike, and it was like a light bulb. I was like, oh, I get it. That's what we're doing here. That's why I love it so much, because everything is so corporate and structured and strict and da 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 da. I'm playful. I'm silly. I like to play. I
Yeah.
like to let go. I like that inner child. I think that's why me and my nephew and niece, we get along so well, because I'm doing all the accents and voices and
Yeah.
silliness. Like when we're together, we're such a vibe. We just don't want to grow up. Like, do you get it? Yeah, there's something there. There's something there with about that childlike freedom, I think.
So true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pauline, you're
yeah.
acting like you don't have that when you're the biggest child there is.
No,
She's like, what are you
I
talking about? I think you're thinking about
no,
it.
no. I was like, if I unmute and say yes, like, and then I was like, oh no, don't.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, because
no,
I was surprised. I was like, what? Pauline's not going to say
no,
nothing here.
no,
No, no, I was saying yes, but I was like, that's not coming across on the mic.
I hear it.
I am a big kid. I am. It's true because, like,
We all
even
are.
when I'm reading stories to my kids, I've got two kids, by the
Yeah.
way, a girl and a boy,
Wow.
5
Wow. Well
and
done.
3. Thanks.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. My nephew and niece are 4 and 2, so I get
y-
it.
yeah,
Aww.
so
I
they're
get
at
it.
that
Yeah.
age where also their personalities are coming out, but they
Yes.
seem more engaged in where the story is like I'll get a book, and I also use it to practice my accents, by the way. So
Good.
they don't
Yeah,
care
as you
because they don't
should.
understand. They just think I'm doing funny voices. So sometimes I'll be reading a book and they'll want me to read it again, and I'll be like, oh man, I messed up that bit. And when you're thinking in my head, I'm like, oh man. And then when they're like, read it again, and then when I let go, but you were talking about the freedom, when I let go, and then I'm like, okay, kids, all right,
Mhm.
what Sweet potato? Yeah, I'm coming.
Yes.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yes. Yes. They love it because you're not
Yeah.
overthinking it. You're just
Yeah.
enjoying it and being in the moment.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because sometimes we watch on TV, and then I'm like Evil P, because I'm doing the Sweet Potato is one of the books that they love, and I'm Evil P, and because I actually taped for that, I did the tape for that, but
Oh, wow. Wow.
and
So
so I'm
well.
just like I'm like, yeah, Evil P, and then
Yeah.
because the theme for this one was like, they're doing like a pantomime for Christmas, and they're doing Jack and the Beanstalk,
Oh,
so I'm just
as you do.
yeah, it's the moments and like things like that. I even tried a Welsh for some reason because I thought I could, but I don't know.
Welsh accent.
Yeah, one of the
Wow, you're
characters.
good.
So
I'm
You're
like, can I
good.
hear
no,
that?
you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm like,
In that
speak fast.
moment when I was reading it, I will.
There's some I
Put you
love
on
a
the
good
spot.
accent. Like I love my voiceovers and stuff, but there's
Yeah.
some accents I'm like, leave me alone. Australian, leave me out of it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Welsh,
Yes.
Welsh and Australian. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm not a good actor. I can't get my
Yeah.
head around it. Just leave
Oh
me
my
out. Leave me out
gosh.
of it.
Do you know I had to do Australian for an audiobook
Oh,
recently?
Oh.
I know
no.
it was one of those where you read it and you read like the main characters and they say like the main character is London, you're like, cool. But then you're like, oh, why? Why did she have to move to
Why?
Australia?
Why?
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
time in the whole wide
Like,
Oh,
world.
and so you had
Like,
to do the characters with the Aussie accent.
yeah, I did. I
oh,
did.
Oh.
oh man.
But do you know what? I think I've done a fair few audiobooks now that I've gotten to the stage where I'll just commit and I'll go, look, this
Here
is
now.
it.
Yeah,
This is what you're getting.
you're here now. And that's good.
And I'm not gonna listen back to this.
No, no. It's a funny thing with acting. I don't tend to watch back or look back on things. And I think we should
Yeah.
to grow and to get better. But I'm like, oh, cringe, cringe. Oh, like,
Do you
Yeah.
know
I'm
what?
really trying to train myself to, like, come on, watch it, watch it. Like,
And you're kind of
Yeah.
forced to do that with self tapes, right?
true, true. There's no choice.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
There's
it.
no choice.
Because you
But
have
the
to.
funny thing is, what I found, I don't know if you've had the same thing with self tapes, is sometimes I've been like, oh, whatever, like mediocre, whatever. But then I'll go and clear out some old ones and I'll watch them and I'll go, wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. Like,
Get the man on
that's
the
not
head.
Oscar.
Oh, I need to put
That's
that on my
special.
Instagram story. That was sick. But at the time, I'm like, I just want to
Yeah.
submit it.
Yeah. And it's like, whoa, no
Yeah.
wonder I was penciled for that job. Yeah.
Yeah. Big
It's
up
funny, isn't
yourself.
it?
We need to big up ourselves a bit more, you know?
No, it's
Totally.
true. It's true. And like, it's just one of those things that when you're doing it as well, you just watch it. And because I started I'm trying to do a web series.
Ooh.
And it's like, when I think I'm funny, I
Humbling,
watch
isn't it?
it.
It's humbling.
It's like, wow, that.
Did it land?
It's
Did
like
the
I
joke
just
land?
put my director hat on, like,
Oh,
okay, that was great,
gosh.
but what you need to do then, that kind of thing, like doing
Yeah.
because
But that's great because
yeah.
you're learning,
Have
But
right?
yeah,
to. Have
but it's
to.
making me much more confident as well as
Yes.
like just as a person too, because I'm like I just have to, like you said, committing, Belinda, like you just
Yeah.
have to commit and just be like, you know what, that's fine, I've done it, it's
Yeah.
in the ether, it's gone,
And that's
it's done,
Yeah.
and
this acting thing as well, sorry to interject, is
no, that's right.
I've been reading and watching a lot of things as well about the ego, our egos. Like, that's you saying, ego, don't worry about it. Weren't that funny? Let's try again. Like, we have to let go of the ego or it's just not going to work. So,
Yeah.
just a side note.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
So yeah, let it go of the ego. The ego is
Yes.
it's humbling when
Gets
you
in
do
the
actually,
way.
because then when you get, what I do is I just get other people who are not actors to watch it, and when they're like, oh,
Oof.
that's amazing, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, right, okay, then let's go.
It's
but no,
interesting.
it's
How
good
do
to
you
let
do
go.
your self-tapes, Oyinka? Do you
Yeah.
have like a process?
So I've been really, really spoiled as of late. I've got a friend. I've got to go to a studio. Do you know Stack? Have you heard of Stack?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
The one in
Richard.
Lambeth.
I go to him all the time. All the time.
Nice.
And I know it's money, and I'm like, come on, it's just an investment. And it's not that I don't trust myself, but he's an actor and he books. So I know if there's a do along with the flow, he understands it. He directs me. He'll be like, you know what? He's so polite with me. I'm like, just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. He'll be like, why don't you try it this way? Why don't you try it that way? So I take my self tapes like a gig, a gig that I'm paying for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I rarely tape
Beautiful.
on my own. I rarely. I do that. He uploads it to Tagmin straight away.
Amazing.
It's nice and easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll have to pull out if there's like a 2-day, 24-hour turnaround. He'll pull up an auto cue if I'm not.
Okay.
I'm being very honest with you here. Like,
sick. That's really good.
yeah. So yeah, I feel a bit spoiled. I feel like I should try and.
No.
But
No, that's great. If you find a winning solution and he sounds fantastic, why
Exactly.
not?
You're investing in
He's so
yourself.
good.
You're investing in your
Yes.
talent, and that is the whole
Yes.
point of it. You know.
Exactly.
No. There's no wrong or right way of doing something, especially this industry.
Thanks. The reassurance helps.
No, honestly.
You know, it's like, you know what I mean? I feel a bit like, oh, maybe I should try harder.
No.
But yeah, no.
No, I think that's awesome.
No.
I live in
It's like a
Essex. I'll
little
get on the train to
gift.
London. Yeah, I'll go to Waterloo and I'll bang it out. So,
We need to do these things for.
Exactly.
What else do you do actually for your artists?
what do you mean in terms of?
Yeah, so like I see that as kind of like a gift to yourself in a
Yeah,
way.
it's literally,
Like it's taking the pressure off. You know it's gonna work. You're gonna be pleased with the outcome. Yes, you're spending money on it, but it's good for you and as an artist as well.
I really don't like stress, you know. I don't like
Yeah.
stress. If I can make it as easy as possible and find the money, I will do it. That's me right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you do any workshops or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always doing like drop-in classes. Another thing I've been doing, Richard needs to pay me for this. So Richard does like self-tape classes. So you know when you get like a self-tape and you just like, right, cool, let me bang it out, he's literally been doing classes on how to master self-tapes and to read the character and read what's going on and how to capture the casting director in the first 5 seconds. And because he's doing all the self-tapes, he's getting paid, but then he's going above and beyond because he's like, I actually want you to book it. So if you just come to these drop-in classes on top, then so that's the last couple of workshops I've been going to recently.
Nice.
And the gym in the morning for my mental health. the gym.
Nice.
Yeah. I've noticed when I
every
move in the morning, every morning I've been going. Even if I'm sick, I go. Even if it's just 15 minutes on the treadmill, because it's something to do. I don't know. I'm awake. It wakes me up more than a walk, more than having a coffee. It brings everything together.
Nice.
How do you find the discipline?
It's taken me a really long time. But again, I'm quite spoiled. It's a 6-minute walk from my house. So like when I'm talking to my girls and we're like voice noting, what are you up to today? I've got such lovely girls around me. Like my girls spoil me. And they'll be like, well done, babe. And I'm like, stop. Oh, big up my girls. Honestly, they spoil me. I'm like, no, girls.
Big up.
Say well done. Stop saying well done in the voice note because it's a 6-minute walk. I should have been doing this from years ago. You know what I mean? But they're like, just well done. Well done. Just keep going at it. And I have to plan it around my day. But if I don't go in the morning, then I don't want to go. I've noticed I don't enjoy it. So that wake up first thing, hot shower after, boom, I'm on it. My day's up. I'm out. I'm ready.
Nice.
So it's the discipline is the discipline
I'm
is
trying to like get some of your vibes so that I can also do
Just take a
morning
minute.
gym.
6 a.m. If I don't go, it's not going to
Put
happen.
it through the way.
It's a 6-minute walk. There's no excuse, babe. Do you know what I mean?
Still though, like it's.
Let's see
It's
what happens in
impressive.
the winter. I don't want to talk too much. Let's see what happens. It's been so lovely in this weather, just going for a walk. Like
How long have you been doing it?
Oh, about 8 months now, 8-9 months. I've been on and off, but consistently.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're in a routine
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
You're in a routine. Honestly, that's good.
And then when I don't go, I feel like crap. Like, yeah. They're like, maybe I'm a gym buddy. Maybe I'm one of them people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, your body just wants
Yeah.
that feeling. I think your body is used to it. It's just that's
100%.
good. That's good.
100%. We got there, innit? We got there in the end.
So, what sort of the reason why I'm thinking about this, or you'll see why, I'm curious about what kind of acting roles you're up for because I was just thinking if you were on a long tour, how would you tick that box? Like, you know, if you don't have your 6-minute gym nearby. So
I'm
it's
taking a
like,
job. I don't need this job. No. Yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, there's ways you can incorporate the workout, but when I'm home, that's my thing. There's just no excuse. I have to go to the gym. But in terms of the roles that I'm being put up for, they're quite varied, from like voiceovers to commercials, theatre, film. Like every week or every other week there's something different. I do
nice.
get a lot of lately young mum roles, so like I'm in
Okay.
auntie era right now,
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm
once you reach
embracing
the
that.
3-0, they become a thing.
It's the three. Remember I told you I'm Peter Pan. I'm still 25 in my head. Like, look at my braids. I've got pigtails. I need to grow up. But I get told, like, I look, I'm going deep, don't want to go too deep. I get told I'm tall, I've got a broad back, I've got quite a big chest, I look powerful, and I'm
Yes.
really trying to feel how I look.
Mm.
In my head, I'm like, la la la, like, do you know what I mean? But like, I get into that point where like I need to fit, because roles I'm going up for, they're bosses, they're, they've got
Yeah.
power, and I'm confident and I've got power, but I'm really just trying to. I'm on a journey. I'm really just trying to fit into how I look, because how you look is the roles you go up for.
Yeah.
Even though in your head
Yeah.
you might feel
Yes.
like you are something different. If I'm on the right track,
Totally know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's the same thing as well when you go to do your headshots. It's knowing your typecast. Like, what
yeah,
are the roles that people see when
yeah.
they see your photos compared to what you think is in, your head, like how you feel. Obviously, that affects you, but it's adapting that to what people see and making sure that
100%.
you're confident in that. So, but it's hard. Like, yeah, it's hard. It's a journey. It's a process in itself.
It's a
Yeah,
mental
it's
thing as well.
complicated, isn't it?
Quite deep,
Because
actually.
it's really deep. Because
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
see the whole thing of what do you get for free? And it is a gift. It's like to be able to look powerful without even doing anything is a gift, right?
Walking into
And
the
that's what you
room.
get for free. But it's like, how do I honor? Because I have the same kind of issue in a way.
Yes.
But how I feel, in my case, I feel like, how do I honor the fact that I am really like playful and fun and loving and light?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
You've hit
how
the
do I
nail
honor
on
the
the
fact that
head.
I'm like, you? And that they
Yeah,
want me
you've
to
hit
be
the
like,
nail on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite a
it's like,
smiling, sweet girl. Like, if I'm allowed to say that, do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm getting bosses, I'm getting power. So it's just
yeah,
maneuvering. And I think that's why that playful, fun, silly, big smile, that's why I book a lot of commercials.
yeah.
And I've been trying to step away from commercials, but it's just been so natural. It's just been so easy for me. So I'm kind of like in that weird space, like, yeah, I'm still gonna do commercials. I'm still, girl, I need my money. You
Yes,
get those
I was gonna
buyouts.
say.
I don't know what I was thinking. But I
Buyouts,
think
yes.
again, I think it was an insecurity in terms of like an acting hierarchy. Like, I mean, actors have never said that to me, but I've always think there's been this underlying like, oh, are you still doing adverts? Like, I'm going up for Netflix and HBO.
Oh.
Like, commercials are quite like looked down upon. But since COVID,
Yeah,
the game changed. You're getting the
you're
Netflix
right.
actors, the BBC actors, they happily do a commercial. Why not? Do you know how much you're getting
Yeah,
paid?
you're so right.
Theatre actors used to look down on commercial actors, and I've always been like,
Yeah,
I do it all. Please don't take that away from me. I want to be
yeah,
able to
totally.
say, do a commercial tomorrow, do this. Like, please don't put
Yeah,
me in a box. And that's the whole thing with acting and life. We're already in boxes in life. Please don't do that with me in
Don't
the whole
need to,
acting thing.
yeah.
So,
Because a job is a job.
yeah,
Like sometimes you will look at it and be
mate.
like, it was also
Yeah.
like tricky because when I was working at the talent agency as well, a lot of the musical theatre actors who were trained in musical theatre were always told like not to do certain jobs, like say TIE, like those
Theatre and
kind of
education, yeah.
jobs, and yeah, so it's like why are they being told no, you don't want to do commercials because no, you want the real acting, you want to do this, but it's all part of
Real
it, like
acting.
yeah. And I remember it was quite
And
hard,
it's
like
growth
sometimes
as well.
yeah, trying to break that mentality when they'd come in
Yes.
and meet the agent, and the agent is like, I would like to submit you for this, for that, for this, for that. Are you open to it? But yeah, it's strange when they do that weird thing, like, oh no, these people look down on other people because of that. Yeah.
I can
yeah,
maybe
it's so weird.
understand, not the looking down, I can maybe understand the whole extras thing as actors. Like, if you do a cheeky extra role, maybe don't add it to your CV, or maybe don't push it on the
Yeah,
the media. That makes sense. That's not me looking down. Extras do your thing. They get paid for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like sometimes
yeah.
only on set for a little bit, and then they're just doing their admin and their phone and their
I've done
emails.
that. I've
Like
done
Yeah.
essay
I've
work.
done extras. Do your
Yeah.
thing. But I've been told casting directors don't want to see essay work on your CV.
Yeah, they don't.
Am I on the right track?
Do you know what?
Fine.
And that's fine, yeah.
The funny thing
Mm.
is, I know actors who have worked as SAs, and then
Yes.
while they were working on that, the AD finds out that they are actually an
Yeah.
actor, and then they're given a more interactive role with the lead.
See?
So they have lines, and
Wow.
then obviously because they did that as SA work, and then
Yes.
trying to then tell your agent that, oh, I actually did was in that
Kind of booked a
TV.
cheeky role.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think
great.
what my friend did, he waited until the edit just to make sure if once he was in the final
Fine.
edit to
That
then
makes
put the
sense.
role down and put himself in and then added it to his spotlight. And he
Yeah.
looked, and he's like, oh, I didn't realize he did this. Oh yeah, I was not doing my essay work. They gave me a speaking
Yeah,
part.
that
And
was nice. Lucky.
There's no rules then anymore, is there? I'm just like, just make your money and be happy and do what acting you can, isn't it? At this point,
Totally.
yeah.
And if you enjoy it, I enjoy commercials. Like, I even enjoy some of the commercial self-tapes where I did a couple
they're
this
so
week.
fun.
And they were just on paper. It looked like they'd be quite boring. But
Yeah.
actually, I feel like I make them fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I
yeah.
had to improvise something like in a playground, and like you, like I love playing with like my niece and my best friend's kids, and like they're my best mates.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
me improvising with these kids was just so natural that I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I did the thing where they didn't say to do this, but I was doing the thing like, you know, when you're with a kid, if you go on your phone,
yeah.
they want
Oh
your
my
attention.
God.
I was like, yeah, no, I am looking, kind of like, you know.
I'm not on
But I
my
just,
phone, not on my phone.
exactly.
But that shows something about your inner quality. That playfulness and fun is naturally in you, and I don't think anyone should take that away.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
No. In terms of like your experience, when you have gotten like say commercial roles versus like TV roles, like in terms of the skills that you apply for both of them, how do you usually go about it?
I think it's about studying the character and the context and the script. But what I have had to tone down is it's an energy thing. I'm so expressive. My eyebrows are always like this. Like I'm always constantly smiling. So it's just always been like, use your eyes, be in the moment, tone it. It's complete. You can see my face. I'm completely different. It's channeling that energy.
Chills.
So,
I just saw that.
yeah. Completely different person, isn't it? Take off the ponytails, put it in a bun, like already. It's like,
So,
yeah. So I think it's an energy thing and just mastering the quietness and stillness. Because I think I'm naturally quite not impulsive, but I move my hands about and I'm lively, I'm energetic. So it's just to just channeling that energy and finding that focus, and it's all about the character and the situation and the context as well.
Nice.
So
yeah.
but with commercials, it's easy for me.
Yeah. You just
Natural for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, because I know where we want our career to, you know, go to. We know where we want it to move to in my head, I think, you know. So
I don't know, but I feel like you could play
know.
a character who's very much like you in a
Yeah,
TV show, and she would be
true.
engaging to watch. And
yeah.
True.
And do you have a dream role?
I don't know why that question always fills me with anxiety. When like actors are
Shall I
non-actors.
rephrase?
No, it's me. It's probably just an insecurity within me. I'm not sure, but I'm like, I find that really uncomfortable, and I don't know why. I'll get to the bottom of it one day.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I can't choose one thing ever. So when people ask me what's even my favorite color, I get anxious.
Yeah. Maybe it's an indecisive
if you
thing
ask
that
me
we
the
have.
question, I'll probably get anxious too. But it's only because I don't want to pick one. But
That's it, and the answer's going to be annoying anyway, because the dream role is something that has so much colour and levels and layers. Something, not to compare myself to Viola Davis, but something along with the How
Shout
to
out.
Get Away with Murder. Dark, deep, heavy, powerful, funny. Just something that has all that colour, because I don't have a role that's just like one or linear.
Yeah.
Wow, she's soft. Wow, she's strong. Wow.
Yeah.
And again, it's a black woman thing. I don't want us to be painted, and I don't want to go deep. I'm going
Oh,
deep
trust
again.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, go deep.
Yeah, the black woman thing and us being painted in one trope. I want us to have that colour and that diversity and that dopeness that we have. And we're all really different. We're not all one. We're not all linear. And I want us to understand that, and people that are not of colour to understand that there is some individualism towards us as well as a collective, which is okay.
Yes.
We're not
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I am about community and backing each other and being a collective and all thinking the same, but just like everyone else, we're all quite different.
Yeah.
Nigeria's got 250 languages.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one country. How are we all ever going to be the same?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's Nigeria.
Yeah.
But just finding that balance between community in one collective and also individualism and different tropes.
Totally.
There was an audition I had recently. It was a couple of months ago, and I watched it. Absolutely loved it. I'm not a hater. Didn't get the role. Fine. The character I auditioned for was a white ginger woman. So like, I'm all about like putting me up for everything, but at the same time, what? Like, I remember I was talking about the ego earlier. My ego I was shaking. I was shaking. I was shaking. I was shook.
I love that you actually watched that and then you
That
saw
hurt
the
my
role.
ego because I thought you lot are taking the piss. I don't know what you lot want from me. I don't know what you want from me. Yeah, put me up for everything, but don't do that.
You know, when you say that, it is mad, the things like the tapes that you do get, the roles that you do get, and you're like, you even read it sometimes, but it feels like they actually just wanting to see non-white, just so they feel like they've tried to open it up to people.
Yes.
Do you know
Don't do
what?
that.
I think that's one take, but actually I genuinely think that sometimes we can be a bit cynical, because I say this because there was one role that I went up for, page 3 glamour model, right? And you're like, okay, so Sun newspaper page. We all have a vision in our head of what that's probably going to look like. And no surprises, the person who was cast was, blonde,
Stereotype.
you're more stereotypical.
Yeah.
But this particular casting director, when you know that they're good people, and you know that what they would have done is they would have gone to the director and no, look, actually, I can see how this doesn't have to be a stereotypical person, and I want to bring someone else in, and not just because I want to tick a box, but because I genuinely believe that we need to reflect the world that we live in.
Right.
I got that vibe from this particular casting director.
Right.
Of course,
No, I
they're not all.
appreciate that. No, I
Yeah.
know. It's the one or two, and you're like,
Yeah.
but I like that. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. But I want to always want to
That's
have
hilarious.
a heart and celebrate people and back people. I don't want you to think I'm rude. Do you know what I mean? But I did watch it, and I was a bit like,
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would have
my
pissed
shoulders were like, context. This is well.
Oh, you got to laugh.
You have
Oh,
to.
no. But yeah, I know what you mean. You're like, because even me with this glamour model one, I was like, you wasted my time.
Yeah.
You knew you were going to cast that person.
It was disrespectful. Do you get it? So yeah.
When you're going on set, so we love to talk about hair on this podcast. It is,
Yes.
after all, technically our crown, and we were talking
Yes.
about the locks. Like I've gone locks and stuff earlier, and yeah. So when you go on set, like before you go on to do stuff, even for the commercials as well, do you do your hair a certain way before you go, or do you go get there just hope?
So what
for
I
the best?
noticed was my headshots were my hair in its natural state, so it was just the afro out. So I would always inquire with the makeup artist or whoever's doing hair, or even just the producer, would you like it as you saw in the audition / in the headshot? Or because I change my hair a lot.
we change our
Even my
hair
agent
a
was like, "Do you wear
lot.
braids a lot?" And I was like, it just depends on the wedding or the birthday or the this or the holiday. Like, don't like to be, but I think like my main style would be the natural afro, which is not pressure, but I always make sure I inquire and just see what they want. I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm in braids. I don't like to do surprises
Yeah.
because I know what it's like to have surprises upon me when I'm on set. So I always try and be as transparent as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that new hair show, isn't it? Is it Channel 5 with Fola? I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
yeah, I've heard about it. I've not seen it
Yeah,
either.
I'll watch
Yes.
it.
You've just sowed us with some suspense. I'm sorry. I can't drop this. What do you mean you know about being surprised? I'm
No,
like,
you
oh
know
my
what?
gosh.
Just
What's your
little things like, oh,
experience?
we're going to add some more lines to this, or we're going to do this, or we're going to change the accent. We're going to. I just like to be, as you know me, I don't like stress. You know how I do my self tapes. I just like easy life. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just like to be as informed and as prepared as possible. Life is already stressful. Acting
Yeah.
industry is already stressful. I also have an autoimmune condition, so I'm extra careful about my surroundings and my environment and who and people that are around who get flare ups. And that's why I'm so particular and so careful about what I can control as much as possible
Yeah.
because I don't want to get a
Of
flare
course.
up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Which actually quite nicely leads us on to your exciting venture.
Yes.
Yay! Yes.
So,
Um,
can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, of course, my little baby. So my little bubba's called Moss and Glow, and it's a sea moss brand. I started the business in January. Such a drama. So I'm 33 now, and when I was 18, I got psoriasis, which is a skin condition. It started off as like a little patch on my thigh, and it just went all over my body. And it's an autoimmune condition, and there's no cure. And it's the Christian, the God in me. I'm like, no, there's a cure for everything. There's so many herbs and the amount of things God's put on this land for someone to tell me there's no cure. I'm not having it. But at the time, I was like, okay, NHS, okay, doctor, because I was 18. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was having all these like creams and, African parents, African Christian
Oh, yeah.
parents. One auntie has brought this herb from Nigeria. One auntie, I was trying a new thing every week. Every week.
Your
Every month, one
aunties
auntie
know. Your
recommends.
aunties know.
They know it all and nothing was working. I did Chinese medication, I did acupuncture.
Oh, wow.
Nothing was working. So it really wasn't at bay, but I was managing to like do makeup and just find a way to cover it. Bear in mind, this was like on my body from when I was 18. Then the last 3-4 years, I started getting flare ups on my face. And I'm an actor. I was like, I can't cover this. What am I
Yeah.
going to do? Like the body thing, I could maneuver it, but the face, I was like, this is bait. It was like psoriasis patches, but it looked like vitiligo patches all over. So my hairdresser, because everyone recommends something when you've got an illness, didn't they?
Yeah.
So my hairdresser recommended sea moss. I was like, I've never heard of this thing in my life. She was like, it's literally just like an algae seaweed in the Caribbean Ocean. Wash it, you blend it. She makes it. She said, I'll make some for you. So I was getting my hair done every month. So I like the fact it started in January because I can tell the story much more easier and clearer. So this was last year, January. I was getting my big jar of sea moss from her every month. 1 spoon every morning. Basically what sea moss does, it clears the mucus from the body. And mucus is what causes illness and inflammation. So I'm having 1 spoon every morning. And every month I'm going back to get it back. And she was like, it's working. I was like, mm-mm. And then it just started. Every month it was just disappearing.
Wow.
Completely went on my face. Like I'm not wearing any makeup now. Like,
She looks good if anyone is
Wow.
wondering.
oh, thank God.
Do a little screenshot, but she looks good.
She always looks amazing.
Like my friends were noticing, and like my white friends, I was like, I can cheek kiss you because you're gonna get a brown foundation mark because I wasn't wearing makeup.
Aww.
I was wearing white shirts. Do you know what it's like to wear a white shirt? Wear a white shirt. Like,
You know what? You just,
yeah, you know,
you just
you
move
know
and
it.
go. Yeah.
Then I was telling all my friends, and they were going, "Oh, amazing!" on Amazon and buying sea moss, and I was like, "This is something I could work on." So me and my hairdresser, we went into partnership. She taught me the recipe. I found
Wow.
a name, Moss and Glow, because people would meet me and always be like, "You're glowing, your skin's glowing," because I always
Yeah.
prefer the dewy, glowy look
Yeah.
rather than the matte look.
Yeah.
And I'm on Etsy now, and that's my life
Are
every
you?
day.
Yay.
Going post office and doing self tapes, and it has brought me a power and a freedom that I never thought I could have. Like, I don't want to say being desperate to get a role because I am desperate. I really love acting and I want to book the roles, but like when I
Yeah.
get it, it's fine. Finances are coming from my business. I'm not stressing. And again, that goes back to the flare-ups. Oh my gosh, I didn't get the role. I need the money. What am I going to do? No. It's fine. Something's coming in. So, yeah, that's the story.
Oh, well
No, well
done. That's
done.
big.
10 months
That
in
is
now.
so
And
big.
thank
Honestly.
God, I'm doing pop-ups and stuff. And
Wow.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe
What
it.
have you learned about, like, that's big. Not,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, very few people start their own
Yeah, I
business.
know.
That is
I
big.
was. It's so mad. Like I've always watched like Diary of a CEO, and you know how I'm nosy and watch all these documentaries and read these articles about businesses. I don't have no business. I didn't have no business. But only now I'm like, something was there. Something
Yeah.
was in
And
Yeah.
you
there.
experiencing it as well, So it's not like you
Yes.
just went,
I want to do a business. No,
yeah.
my hand was almost forced because the people were going to buy the CMOS. I was like, I can make it. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can order labels. I can do it. I know I can do this. But it
Wow.
took a long time because nobody knew I had psoriasis because I was covering it so well.
Oh,
So then I had to
Yeah.
backtrack and be like, guys, this is what I suffered with. It's gone now
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You buy
Yeah.
CMOS. I used to work in retail as well. So I learned how to do makeup so well that you wouldn't know I had a skin condition. So that was a lot of ego. I was like, everyone's gonna know I've had this. This is, oof. But no regrets.
You
So
let
happy.
go and let flow.
Thank you.
Wow. Respect.
Yeah,
Nice.
Congratulations.
Oh,
That's incredible.
that's amazing.
thank you.
And you said it's kind of given you like an extra layer of peace. I
Yes.
was wondering, what else have you like learned in setting up your own business?
Just for me, just to be transparent and as honest as possible. So even when I'm doing like social media posts or like even like people always ask about the psoriasis, I'm like, oh no, you can see my arm. I still get flare ups. Like that's been there since I was 18. That's going to take a long time. The face I managed because where I could do actor's life and make it commercial and glowy and be like, the psoriasis has completely left my body since having CMOS. I'm like, no, stick to your truth. Be honest and people will not buy into it, but they can sense the authenticity, and that's what I'm trying, not even trying to implement. That's my thing. So I'm just very honest with everyone I interact with. I
Yeah.
think and
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
building trust with people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was weird for people because people see me doing commercials and like promoting other businesses, and so that was a mad transition for me. It almost put me off doing commercials at one point. I was like, is this going to be conflict of interest?
Oh,
Can I
wow.
be fighting a McDonald's burger and be doing up wellness and CMOS and Moss and Glow? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to be as transparent and as honest as possible, I
Yeah.
think.
What would that mean as well now you said it? Like if it was like a
Yes.
beauty brand, what would you have to do?
So my last commercial, and I just think God just plays, he's funny. My last commercial was for it's like a ginger shot. Is it Moju? Moju? Do you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
And it just made me feel so awkward because it was like
Really?
first thing in the morning on an empty. I was like, that's what I say about my CMOS. Like, and that was the last commercial I've done, and I don't know. But then I look at the Americans, they do their thing. You can have your own, you can do a film, you can write a book, you can do a commercial. So I don't know if it's me and my small
Yeah.
mentality and I need to get out of my head. I don't know if it's our British culture and it's too much. Like, there's even one
Yeah.
presenter I absolutely love,
Yes.
and she's like, I can't do acting because you lot can't handle it. You lot can't handle the fact that I'm a presenter and an actor. And I just thought, God, we're a bit small minded here, aren't we?
Very,
So I
So
very.
don't
true.
know. I don't know. I'm trying to maneuver it,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't want to patronise and belittle us, but our culture's very. You can only do one
No, it
thing.
is. You sort of said it at the start. You said at the start, we
Yeah.
get put in enough boxes as it is. Like,
Thank you.
and
Thank
we like to
you.
be free. I felt it too, with, oh, but
Yeah.
wait, but you're a doctor. So wait, but which one? No,
Yeah.
like, what, are you doing
Yeah.
that too? Wait, but which one do you read? Like, you can't do them
Yeah.
all.
That's real
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Like,
You're like, wait, what? And you're making a
yeah.
film. Wait, but what do you actually want to do? It's like, mate, I just want to
You're
follow what keeps me
allowed.
happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're allowed.
And
You're allowed.
like, I'm not going to limit
No.
myself.
No.
No.
Like you say, in other cultures, it's different.
Yeah. Exactly.
So a business shout out to Moss and Glow.
Thank
Totally.
you. Love that.
Honestly, I think it's doing so well.
Thank you. I've got 3 pop-ups
Oh,
this
I love
month. Black
it.
History Month. It's all happening. I
Wow.
enjoy
Nice.
pop-ups more than
Yes.
pop-ups. I've got like my little slideshow of
Yeah.
my before and after, and I'm
Yeah.
talking to people, and I've got the corporate gang who are like, "What's CMOS? Never heard of that before." I like interaction and be like,
Yeah.
"Here's the jar. There you
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, there's story
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I can do
Yeah.
more pop-ups and workshops, I think that will be the future of Moss and Glow.
Beautiful. I love that.
So when you're doing, obviously you're doing Moss and Glow, and then when you go to these pop-ups and stuff, you're telling them the
Yes.
story. Does it feel surreal when you're doing it, talking to people about the product?
It does, but there's something there where I'm like, of course this was meant to happen. I was in retail for 6 years, chatting rubbish about products I didn't even believe in, or that my first job when I graduated, I did English and drama, St Mary's, graduated when I was 21, 22. First job was in Selfridges with perfume and makeup for 8 hours on my feet, talking rubbish and trying to sell a brand I didn't believe in. And then I'm an actor. And now I'm talking about a product I do believe in, and people are drawn to me, and it almost feels natural. Even my dad was saying, you have a knack for this. Because I like to talk to people.
Oh, I love your parents. I just
Oh,
remembered
I love it.
seeing them in
They live life, you
Thailand.
know.
And I was
They
just
live
like,
life. They live.
oh.
I call them ministers of enjoyment. They live. They've worked
Hey.
really hard. You know, the whole story
Yeah.
coming to this country with
Oh.
nothing, worked their way up, and I really do respect and admire them. They are very,
Shout out. Shout out.
African parents, African Christian parents,
Yeah.
but they travel a lot, man, and I really respect them.
So, okay, this is just like a quick fire first response kind of round.
Okay,
What's your favourite colour?
yellow.
First acting role.
It was in a music video, a character in a music
Ooh.
video. Yeah. I used to do modelling in music videos.
Oh, we didn't get onto modelling.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get into that. We'll unpack that next time when
Yes,
we have you
yes,
back.
yeah.
What did you do last night before bed?
Well, I mean, I came in at like 1 a.m. from my friend Natalia's birthday. Big up Natalia, BAFTA voice
Happy birthday,
director.
Natalia.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I drank water and fell asleep. Managed to just take off my makeup, more about. Yeah.
Favourite TV show as a child?
Wow. We used to watch EastEnders, yeah, EastEnders. Used to love EastEnders.
Yeah.
Not Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, every day, EastEnders.
And favorite book?
Queenie.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, I love
good.
Queenie.
I love
Why did
it.
I study?
Yeah.
I studied English literature, language, and drama, and we got forced to read a lot, and it put me off reading. And what book got me back into reading? Queenie.
Queenie.
I mentioned it, Pauline. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So, the show's coming out. So I was on hold. I don't want to get into it. I'm still.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite actor?
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
That's my G. That's my G. If I met her, I wouldn't know how to act properly.
Yeah. Me too. I think I'd just be there giggling.
Starstruck.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, I'd just be like,
Too much.
or I'd cry. There's a very genuine chance I
Probably
would
would
cry if I saw
I'm
her.
with you. I'm with you. I wouldn't know how to act.
But yeah, no, we normally like to end on like, what would you recommend for our listeners to read, watch, see, that kind of thing?
Cool.
Could be anything.
Anything. Okay, so I've got it here. This is the last book I watched. I don't want to say for my black girls because it can be for everyone, but there's something about I think black women will relate to, and it's called Who's Loving You? Love Stories by Women of Colour. It's edited by Sarita Domingo, and it's a beautiful collection of just short stories. I think Kalechi has a story in here. Candice, the author of Queenie, said she absolutely loved it as well. So yeah, Who's Loving You?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Really beautiful. My friend Ria got.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm watching at the moment, I consume a lot of content. It's quite worrying. People are like, have you seen that? Like, yeah, I saw that ages ago. Like, from documentaries to YouTube to films to series. At the moment, I'm loving Dreaming Whilst Black on iPlayer. I'm also enjoying Champion. I finished that. Champion on iPlayer? Can't remember. Champion's really good. And I'm also in the middle of the David Beckham documentary, which is so inspiring. He's just
I've heard a lot
oh,
about
it's
that.
brilliant. He was just such a normal lad like us, and it's just another reminder. I know we all know practice. Some people are gifted, some people have got a gift, but that rehearsal and that practice, I was like, I need to get better. I need to get on it. You know, when you feel motivated, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing just normal.
Yeah.
And he's only from East London. He's just a normal that guy. Wow. Yeah. David Beckham documentary.
Wow.
Fantastic.
All right. I'm going to have a look at that.
It's really, really good.
Nice. But thank you so much,
Oh, this has been
Oyinka.
so lovely. Thank you. And I love the
It's
fact
gone
it's
so
dark
quickly.
and it's been warm, but we've gone deep. And I'm like, just calm down, you don't go too deep. And then I end up going on this ramble. But thank you for allowing me to be like comfortable and just be me and reflect.
Oh
You don't
no.
often get time to reflect, so thank you.
Yeah, that's
Great.
true. Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So
Pleasure.
much. It
Yeah.
was
Thank
too
you.
quick.
It
It
was.
was
Forgot
too
it.
It
quick, but
was.
I will let you go. I will
It's
let you
just
go.
flown.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you
And
too.
you
Take
have a
care.
blessed one.
See ya. God bless you.
Take care, honey.
See ya. Bye.
Right. That was the lovely Oyinka Yusuff. Amazing talent. Love her so much.
Wonderful person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, I feel uplifted.
yeah.
She's just got an uplifting soul.
Yeah, she does. She honestly
Yeah.
does. And like a big shout out, business shout out for her as well on Moss and Glow. Got their social media. She's on Instagram and TikTok. So give her a
Yeah.
shout.
Follow her acting journey.
Too.
She's got mad
Yes.
skills.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
seen her perform at a stage reading and she's brilliant.
Nice.
So, yeah, big things,
She
big
is.
things. Soon come, soon
Yeah,
come.
watch this
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
And thank you very much for joining us. And we will see you next week.
Have a good week. What? Shout, 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 shout. Ba-ba-ba-bow.